your grow bag. And I've already planted these, but I dug a nice little hole, which I'll turn around like this so you can see. So let's just pretend that this is even, and it's all about 6 inches. What you do is you take your potato, and you're going to plant with the eyes up and the scab down. You're going to put this in the hole. Now I like to add a little bit of a general fertilizer, and it's just a balanced fertilizer, and I like these pellets because they break down slowly and they're not just flushed out of the soil immediately. And I just take a little handful and throw them all around. Now what I don't have, and I usually put in there also, is comfrey leaves. Dried comfrey leaves help to add some nutrients, but also help prevent the fungus. While your plant is beginning to grow, if it does get too much moisture, it's going to likely get the fungus and it's just going to rot. So the comfrey leaves help to decrease that. And as you can see, I pretty much had 100% growth from all of these. Then you're just going to cover them up with about even 6 more inches of dirt. In these pots, I fold down the edges until I get growth. That way the sun can get to them. And you can see this one's just beginning to grow. And if you look over here, you're also getting a little bit of growth here. Now, these pots are really important for people who have some issues with their soil. You can grow potatoes also in a raised garden and use this kind of soil mix. You can also plant them in your ground if you have wonderful soil, but we have issues with that. So it's better for us to be able to custom make our soil and know that we're going to get a harvest. Over here, and you can just pan over there, are some potatoes I've already harvested. These are from my first growth. And I just grew some different kinds of varieties just to see what would grow. And surprisingly, out of all 4 of these types, they all did grow. I got some pretty good sized potatoes out of these grow bags, so it can be done. Now, watering your potatoes is really important. You don't want to do too much. I water these about every other day, and that allows the soil to have a little bit of water retention, but not to be a muddy mess. You really don't want this to be very, very wet. Potatoes like to have warm weather, but not too hot. If this reaches 95 degrees, they're going to stop growing. Now for me, living in zone 10A, I have a screen patio. I also keep them in a little bit of shade in the morning so they don't get too much heat. And they're growing pretty well. They prefer cool weather, so if you live up north, you're probably going to be able to grow these a little bit easier than we do. Now another thing that I do for plant growth is add something called mycorrhizae. Mycorrhizae is good for roots. It reaches out further than the root system and connects to the root system and brings nutrients and extra water to the root system. It's very important for plant growth. It also helps to decrease diseases. This comes in a powder, and sometimes I'll just sprinkle it over. Occasionally I'll add it to the water can and sprinkle it over the planting once I get the potatoes in. Now for diseases, this is my favorite. This is an organic disease control and actually a pest repellent also. It's a fungicide, insecticide, miticide, works for all kinds of things. This is a concentrate. Again, you're going to use about a capful in 1 watering can, which holds about 1 gallon. So this is my favorite thing for organic pest control, and I use it for everything. And that's it for growing your potatoes. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope you check out our other videos, which I'm going to be making soon, and join us at the Doom and Bloom show at 9 o'clock on Blog Talk. Thank you very much. Bye.